Regarding Lacey, Travis, and Stephanie, what if the truth is somewhere in the middle? What if Stephanie is a person that cares deeply about her community? And since the beginning of Hurricane Helene, she has stepped up in ways that any number of people haven't. Let's say that you get involved with a person that has just a little bit more star power than you have, and you're used to being the star. And all of a sudden, this person comes out of nowhere. She raises more money. She does one post, and it goes somewhat viral. And she's kind of showing you up. Then you do a video using your platform in your live, and it all becomes about Lacey. And let's say you're a little jealous. That doesn't mean that you still aren't doing great work and doing great things for the community. It just means that you are human and you're scratching your head at why this whippersnapper upstart comes in and seems to be able to get a lot more attention and a lot more money more quickly than you. I don't know that's the case. I'm just sharing what I guess some of my impressions are. And let's say you're a person, perhaps like Lacey, who has been through the school of hard knocks her entire life. But depending on the degree of hard knocks you've experienced, it can create the foundation for all sorts of choices, behaviors that don't serve you well. But the flip side of that is it has given you an inside peek into the system and how things are done, and you can see the injustice of it. If any number of us put ourselves out in a public way and someone took a mind to try to expose us for any reasons, everybody has a skeleton in their closet. But that doesn't mean that you don't care deeply about your community, about people, and that you aren't doing amazing work. If you have knowledge of somebody doing something that is against the law, it is not your job to act as the investigator, the detective, the judge, the jury, because you're playing with people's lives. As a matter of fact, if you were a detective, a police officer, or someone charged with determining whether a crime had been committed, you would have to keep your mouth shut. Not only are you potentially tampering with a real investigation in determining what is real and what is not real, you are participating in a cancel culture that can literally ruin people's lives. And behind all these posts and behind all these efforts are real people with real problems, with real history, and people are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I understand that there are all sorts of reasons to be wary of being involved with certain people, but to expose it publicly, it's not fair and it's not right. And let's face it, this sort of thing gets views and gets clicks. Travis is also someone that cares very deeply about his community and wants to help people. He's living in Texas, and he's traveled here to North Carolina 2 times that I know of to report, to create awareness, to help. Unfortunately, I know way more than I have ever wanted to know about disasters, the devastation they cause, and how they unfold because of personal egos, personality differences, because people have different ideas about how to help. There begins to be infighting among the groups. That is another disaster that unfolds on top of the other disaster. What sort of person quits their job, moves, and spends all their time, all their effort, all their money to help in a disaster area? You want those people with true grit. You want those people that are willing to act and do what needs to be done to take care of people. People are so thankful for those type of people when disaster hits, because they're about the only ones that have the chutzpah to get out there and do the work. It is not the school teachers with 2 children that are teaching Sunday school every Sunday, that are coming and spending 2 months sleeping in tents, sleeping in their cars, sleeping on borrowed land. If you have a beef with someone, take it up with them or alert the authorities. Don't go online and ruin someone's reputation. If you have evidence, go to the proper authorities with the evidence. There is no one watching this video right now who isn't connected to someone in some way that has problems. Maybe they've been incarcerated. Maybe they had an addiction problem. Maybe they did something very, very wrong 5 years ago, but today they have changed their lives, and allow people to evolve and change. Because it's mostly the people that have been through it that know what it's like to get caught in the system. And they're the ones who are willing to stand up at any cost to try to help those that are most vulnerable. What comes around goes around. Look at the beam in your own eye before you start pointing fingers.